Today I want to explore a little bit the Venus-Saturn conjunction or the yoga, and I want to provide a little bit counterintuitive but nevertheless the traditional approach to this dance of these two planets in the chart. This yoga was present in the chart of many successful people like Richard Nixon, but also in the business-minded people like Duncan Benetine. So if you will visit many Vedic astrology channels on the YouTube and you will think about this Venus-Saturn combination, then definitely you will come across some psychologization of Vedic astrology. You will get some information about this cold marriage, right? Venus and Saturn, or old partner. You may get also some more subjective interpretation, like maybe repressed emotional capabilities and so on. So you will get some 40-minute science fiction permutation of this Venus-Saturn psychological archetypes with the dessert of some life wisdom. So today's Vedic astrology channels are going more this Western approach of the psychologized astrology. But if you will read the traditional Jyotish Shastras, you will get some very counterintuitive interpretation, because they are taking into consideration the whole Vedic philosophy, also with this theology, with this mythology, and this whole spectrum and the whole gamut of not only philosophical thesis, axioms, but also this Devata approach, which in the sum are very important when we are talking about the interpretation of the Vedic chart. So we could say that there are three levels of interpreting of the yogas. On the first, very novice one, you are just taking these basic archetypes and you are mixing them together. In the second one, you have a little bit more knowledge, so you are taking some information about the Devata or maybe philosophy, maybe some festivals, and you are deriving some meaning of that, but still you are connecting them together. And the third level, the more advanced one, is the whole relationship is presented as the archetype either in theology or philosophy of Vedas, and you are deriving the interpretation from there. So this is how my Guruji is studying the Nadi Shastras to derive the hidden meaning from this shlokas or stanzas. This is like the reverse engineering and trying to discover the pattern of what's going on. So this is very interesting chart, because we are deriving something abstract or conceptual from seemingly some story or some single interpretation. We are trying to derive the whole mechanism, the whole yatra or the machine. So in the last questions and answer session, we had one question about Saturn in the Lagna, so in the position of Marana Karakastana for the Taurus Resonance. So voila, we have now this example. I'm in Warsaw now, I'm visiting my friends. There are many vegan options in the city. This is what I love the most. In the beginning of August, we are going back to Berlin and we are starting the module 2 of the course, when we will be learning about the Dasha, Arudha and the Vargas. So if you are into the traditional approach, then don't miss this opportunity. And going back, for those who don't know what is the Marana Karakastana position, it is the worst position of the planet house-wise, and if you want to learn more about it, then please consider watching this video here. If we talk about the Venus-Saturn yoga, what is this all about? Is it about the marriage or maybe something else? Definitely all the yogas, all the combination of planets in the chart, the Sun-Moon, Sun-Mars, Venus-Jupiter, all those interesting permutation, combination, not only of two, but even more, three planets together, they are giving some special results, and these are more important than the single position of the planet. And all of these yogas will have influence on many areas of life. So the all four ayanas, the direction of life, like the Dharma, Moksha, Kama and Artha ayana, which is our nature, our spirituality, our networking, personal relationship and career life, all of them will be simultaneously influenced by the yogas in the chart. This video we are going through example of a DJ producer in the drum and bass scene, very interesting person, and this yoga will be there investigated in the chart. Just to see this career profile and have it out of the way, we see Mercury, Venus influencing the 10th house from the Navamsha Lagna, which is showing the entertaining sector or art, and we have especially Sun there, which is for music. So this is very important and it's there. must be there. In the chart of career life Dashamsa, we have Lagna Lord in the 7th house, which shows the person will have something to do with clients, and this gives also the preference for business. We also know that this person was into culinary things. So Venus in own sign is like a water. It gives very similar results to the moon. And with the Mars, this combination of food and cooking and fire, this must be present for the chart of a chef and those people where the food or a cooking will play important role in their professional profile. And of course we have this Mercury in the 9th house in the Dashamsa, which is for contract type of jobs. And here Moon is in Lagna, which is showing this famous person, the potential to your face to be remembered, we say about the Moon, because Jupiter can also give a fame, meritocratic fame, whilst the Moon is just the karma. Your face is remembered. You can be very popular among your peers, especially in the Dashamsa, among your workers. And Aries is a first sign, so especially if Aries is prominent, this is giving the yoga for startuppers, for trendsetters, people who are doing something for the first time, and this is exactly the good example for this. And for the culinary thing, if we see the other points in the chart, we have 10th house from the Moon, the Mercury in the Cancer, and in the Navamsha we have also Taurus, another Moon sign, which is loaded by the 10th Lord, Jupiter. So the Cancer and Taurus, they are both very accentuated in the chart. Arudha Lagna is also in the Cancer. So again, all the points must touch to give the career line and being successful, because that shows that you are born to do this. So these lines will come without big hurdles, without big obstacles. You will feel as, yes, this is my skin, this is something for which I was born. In 2014, Diesel Boy, he advanced or progressed from only writing about the cooking, because we see that Mercury and the Moon in the 3rd house of writing, of creativity, it's definitely there, and the Mercury Moon Yoga is especially for publishing, and with the Mars debilitated, which is very nice thing for cooking, so it is there. And it is career life because it has to do with the 10th house from the Moon. But in the 2014, he progressed into real preparing the food, right? So he not only write, but then progress into being a chef. So he cooked and sold out collaboration with very famous chefs like Matt McAllister and Alex Stupek in Dallas. February 2013 in New York, he also take part in the competition with Alex Stupek in this nachos battle. We know that in the whole US, he assisted and collaborated with very popular people in that professional line of cooking. So he advanced very high, not only in the music production, but also in the culinary sector. Diesel Boy, this chart is of person who is very much innovative in the music production and especially in the DJing, because before him the people were more using the pre-programmed sets, but he was the one of the first who invented the live sets, when he are really contributing not only with the modification of the sounds alone, but contributing with this modification of the parts of the songs itself. His complex and unique mixes collected many fans around the globe. Not many people know this, but he is also the son of Bertie Higgins, whose song was also belonging to this top hundreds in the Billboard top. In 2014, he got the 23rd place in the whole US DJ list, and on 12 February 2012, he accepted the Grammy for the best remix of the Skrillex song. And in '98, he was the first in the US person nominated and got the award of best DJ set. What is very important here is that this Saturn, for a Taurus ascendant, he is loading the 9th and 10th. 9 belongs to the Trikona and 10 belongs to the Kendra. So when one planet is loading both Kendra and Trikona, then it's getting the status of Yoga Karakas. This is the special planet when the one planet alone can grant the Raja Yoga single-handedly. So this is very, very special planet. And this is interesting that for Venus ascendant, this is the Saturn, and for Saturnian ascendant, this is the Venus who is having that power. So if you are Libra ascendant, then the Saturn is loading 4th and 5th. If you are Taurus, Saturn is loading 9th and 10th. So this is interesting how these two planets have this special role in each other's scenarios. Okay guys, if you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the thumbs up. It's really helping this channel visibility on this platform. And if you like to be notified about similar videos in the future, please subscribe with the bell notification on. We are publishing at least once a week, so you will be notified when the new video about Vedic astrology is coming up on this channel. So now going to the core of this yoga, the Venus and Saturn combination is giving that entrepreneurship and that business-minded development. So many people who are successful in that field will have this exact yoga in the chart. Now this specific example was chosen because here it becomes very obvious, because two very important events were manifested in that Venus-Saturn and then Venus-Moon yoga. The Dasha is very important here because if we know which planet has activated that specific event, then it can be activated through the conjunction, drishti or dispositor, but definitely if the yoga was activated in the chart, so the whole manifestation, the whole dynamics and narrative of whatever is going on in your life, this will definitely be related to that planets which get activated. So therefore, we are also very interested in seeing that connection between the yoga and what's going on in the celebrities or in our friends or family's life. And here the moon is very important because it's the dispositor of that yoga of Venus-Saturn, because moon is loading the Taurus besides the Venus. In the Venus-Moon Dasha in 2001, Diesel Boy has started this human imprint label. So the 10th Lord in the Lagna, he's the representative of the company. He has founded something, and this has to do with that entrepreneurship and also the entertainment. So we have this Venus-Saturn connection through the dispositor. In the summer 2010, in partnership with Steve Gordon, he launched or also founded another label, which is the Subhuman Imprint. So also when that exact yoga was activated, it started another company, another label. That happened in Venus-Saturn. So first label started in Venus-Moon. Moon is the dispositor of Taurus when the yoga is there. And the second time, the second important event was in the Venus-Saturn time, Venus-Saturn Dasha. So we know that when he founded these companies, when he founded this label, and this was very important, and he was the name behind it, right? Because it's in the Lagna, Simhasana, 10th Lord in the Lagna. So we know that this chart is very, very nice example for this Simhasana Lakshmi, but also this Venus-Saturn, very nice yoga for entrepreneurship. Or if you have this yoga in the chart, then you may consider that line, you have this potential, so you may then be very much aware and very much conscious about the other places in the chart which are related to this business description or the timing or the choosing the name and starting that whole process of that business related to entertainment or otherwise. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. Thanks a lot for sticking to this channel and watching till the end. If you have any question, then please feel free to comment below. Don't forget to subscribe with the bell notification on. And if you want to see another chart analysis, another example of how we interpret the chart using Vedic astrology, then you may consider watching this video here.